This is Suzanne Wagner. Thank you so much for joining me. We are doing the numerology and the astrology for September 22nd, 2020. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 17, and if you add the 1 and the 7 together, you get the number 8. The number 8 is the number of prana and breath, and right now with all the fires burning in so many places, I think all of us are trying to take a full breath but gasping for air. And how is that a metaphor for this entire year where there's been so much conflict that's been happening in the world? And with so much suffering, the question becomes, how do you maintain sanity without letting destruction happening all around you break down hope? It takes a type of knowing that all things have value and meaning, and they mean something in the long run, even such things as this moment in time. It has always been clear that humanity will risk everything to not have to admit that they were wrong. And now we are witnessing this belief to an extreme. If each of us could feel the sadness in this moment and actively do something to shift ourselves and change, then we could find a way through this mess and bring all of us out to a new place of conscious awareness. The astrology today. I'm sure everyone has noticed that it has gotten darker each evening, and you are probably sleeping longer each morning. I know I am. Welcome to the autumnal equinox. As we move into the fall season, rather than a calming and cooling that the weather is doing, humanity and astrology are becoming more heated, upset, and restless. Perhaps the confinement of the pandemic is getting to all of us. Perhaps it is more than that. The moon continues in Sagittarius, giving you courage to try new things. The sun goes into Libra and supports a more balanced world for the next month. How do we meet people halfway? Because Libra wants peace. It wants a calm world. Do your best to be tactful, tolerant, and listen, even if others choose to be self-serving, indecisive, and passive-aggressive. That is because moody and aggressive Mars continues to be retrograde until November 13th. You are supported in working on completing existing projects. The deadline is looming and things need to get finished. Later, you can start preparing for the choices and decisions that 2021 will inspire. But for now, finishing up things that lie ahead is the way. Expect confusing emotions to interrupt your day. While you may want to go full speed ahead, Mars, moving backwards, is advising you to be patient and to not overdo on any level. Do what you can to get moving, even if you cannot get yourself to do what you have done in the past. Something is better than nothing. Let it be okay if the energy right now for you is low and a little bit erratic. Mars is making an ongoing challenge to Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto in the slow and very frozen sign of Capricorn from August into January of 2021. While progress is possible, don't get overly ambitious right now. The world is changing and convulsing. Focus on the progress that the planets are going to move in December. And the world is going to start to change at the winter solstice report when heavy Capricorn planets will let go and go into Aries Aquarius. Today there is abundance of planets in action signs, Aries, Libra, and Capricorn. So you will have plenty to do if you are willing to get yourself out of your rut. My quote for today: intention is the key to the quality of progress in your life. I find that intention is really everything. I was on the phone with a client today and, I said, it's really about what your intention is and where you come from, because we all make poor choices. We all make mistakes. We all go in the wrong direction. But did you want to hurt somebody else? Probably not. Were you aware that what you were doing was going to cause suffering to somebody else? Probably not. That's why this universe is a game of awareness. to start to recognize that your actions do have consequences and your choices and decisions do impact other people, whether positively or negatively. So I always say that the intention becomes critical, because if you have a positive intention and something negative happens, you won't get the same type of really harsh negative backlash of karma than if you actually really had the intention to cause suffering in someone else. Okay, my blog for today. They have been doing some back burns on the fires in order to control the potential spread of fire. So unfortunately, the smoke is back up in my neck of the woods and not to the best level. But I'm just grateful that we are doing preventive measures so we can hopefully bypass a terrible fire in and around our area. I keep putting water out for the animals, and the birds have multiplied at my bird feeders. Yes, I have the bees freaking out around the sugar water of my hummingbirds. They were swarming and almost in a desperate, frenzied state. I assume that these bees lost their home in the fire and were trying to get sugar water before the season ends and they would have no food. I put out a bowl of sugar water just for them. One bee found it, and soon there were many. So do what you can. We are all doing what we can to help the wildlife in our world. Much more needs to be done. I pray for the adaptability of nature to find a way to survive such terrible moments. We are at the equinox, the moment when light and dark are in balance with each other. If the planets and solar system can do it, then I believe that humanity too can manage to arrange and find a better balance also. Everybody take care. Talk to you later. Bye.